am back and I'm going to be making some French fries homemade today. So I got my 2 nice potatoes. Super excited. I have not made French fries since like the beginning of the pandemic. So it's been quite some time. So I got these nice 2 potatoes. You can use as many as you want. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Just make sure you wash them first. I'm gonna set my oven to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're gonna cut them and we're going to season them and then we're gonna eat them. You can make this with any potato, by the way. I think mine are just a regular, I don't even know the right word. I don't wanna use the wrong type, but just a regular like white potato. I highlighted a few different options for you guys, so you can scroll through those. But I also have some R&B music in the background, and I also have my loud washer in the background. So if you can't hear me at all, let me know. Also keep in mind, you can cube these. If you don't want them to be fries, you can really do whatever you want. That is the beauty of potatoes. They are just simply so versatile. And there's really no way to botch a potato, I feel. I think they always come out good regardless of how they're made or what they're seasoned with. So I try to cut the 2 ends off just like this, set them aside because you don't really need them. And then I try my best to slice it in half so we have 2 pieces like this. And then just take your knife and make kind of like a strip as if it's a potato or a French fry rather, sorry. And you just want to replicate that same thing. You can make them as thick as you want, as thin as you want, whatever works for you. Another option, if you don't want to use the oven or you don't have an oven, is to use an air fryer if you do have one of those. So that is also something. The cook time will be definitely shorter than the oven time when it's in the air fryer. So that's just something to be mindful of because they're going to crisp a lot easier. But yeah, this is one of my favorite recipes. A traditional French fry would obviously be made on like in a deep fryer or on the stove in oil, but because we want to make some healthier French fries that still taste good or still crispy, I am using the oven. But like I said, the air fryer can do pretty much the same exact thing, which is awesome. So yeah, just cut your slices and then you're gonna wanna line them up on a baking tray once you're done with that. And if you don't like the skin, you can feel free to take the skin off. I love potato skins personally, so I always leave them on the fries. But yeah, me and my family made a lot of fries in the middle of the pandemic when we were stuck home together, and it was honestly just such a nice way for us to spend time together, kind of decompress with everything that was going on, and just really, I don't know, enjoy a food that is comforting but also not bad for you, because all we really need is a few simple ingredients. So of course we have the potato. We're going to be using some olive oil. If you don't like olive oil, if you want to use avocado oil or something like that, you're more than welcome to. You could probably use a canola oil or something like that. That is just not something I recommend because I'm not a fan of canola oil, but yes, they will come out just as good, if not better that way. Or any other oil probably will work. Maybe avocado, or I already said that. What other oil is there? I feel like there's another oil, but I can't think of it. So far, this is what we have. I'll give you a quick close-up. This is from 1 potato, okay? And let's cut number 2 here, and bear with me, everyone, because once this is done, we'll get to the fun part of seasoning. At least that's what I consider the fun part, because it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3 process, and making French fries is really quick. That's why I like to do it. Also a good way to get a vegetable in, and also a starch if you do need some carbs in your diet or in your meal. Or if you just want a little snack, whatever works. French fries are always a good place to go. And plus, on this channel, you know we like to make things homemade, but it's supposed to be better for us, and easy and just good. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today on my little work break right now. I'm gonna get back to work at around 3 o'clock, so I just thought I would hop on here and we would make some French fries, and then I'll have a little snack to eat later, which is exciting post-work. Yeah, so we're almost done slicing these, and guys, I also have an account on Instagram where I share a lot of recipes. My name on there is Health with a Crunch, so check me out on there too if you want to follow along and make some homemade healthier recipes and some fun treats. I definitely like to follow a diet that is just well-rounded, well-balanced. I've tried the whole cutting things out process before. Didn't really work well for me, so I am trying to be well-rounded when it comes to food and just feed my body what it wants in the moment. Really listen to it, take into consideration what it's asking and what it's saying. And yeah, that's how I found myself living my healthiest life in the past few years. So I just love coming on here and sharing things with you and just, you know, having a good time. So here's our two potatoes that are going to be going in the oven. I'll cut them into fries. They do have some moisture in them. You do not need to wring them out. That will actually help them get crispier in the oven, which is one of my favorite parts. So once you have them lined up on your baking tray, let's fast forward because I want to highlight all the few things that we're using. Sorry, that song's a little loud. So we just used that bamboo cutting board. Here it is, one of my favorites. It never seems to okay, so with plastic cutting boards, big no-go because the plastic can come off and go into the food. Wood is the way to go, and this one is especially good because when you do cut, it might make an indent in the board, but I never see it coming out or being on my food, which is really important because we don't want any of that stuff, toxins, obviously getting onto our food. So the baking tray I'm using today is one of these Bino, I think B-I-N-O, don't know how to pronounce it, but I love this baking tray, it really does a job. You could also put parchment paper underneath if you need, but I'm just going rogue because this is actually a nonstick pan. So I'm going in now with my favorite olive oil. You could do as much as you want when it comes to oil. Obviously, the more, the crispier they'll be. So just keep that in mind. And you can just get them a little saturated first because then when we put all the seasonings and spices on, the spices will cling to the potatoes and each one will kind of have that well-rounded flavor, which will be great. So yeah, they're greased up, nice and greasy. The olive oil smells amazing. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but you can use whatever oil, like I said, you want. And then let's dive into our spices. So this is definitely optional, but I'm gonna go in with some red crushed pepper. This is definitely gonna give it some kick, some flavor. If you're not a fan of that, just omit it and add whatever else you want. There's no right or wrong when it comes to seasoning fries. It's just about what you like, but I like hot sometimes. So crushed red pepper, no need to even move it around yet. Let's put all our spices on and then we'll mix it up. So that's number one. Number two, we're gonna go in with some sea salt. I'm using this pink Himalayan sea salt from Trader Joe's, which I linked. That crushed red pepper went right into my mouth, guys. So get them all salted up. If you want to omit salt because salt is not good for you in your diet or whatever condition you deal with, totally can omit it. You do not have to add any of these spices. These are all optional and ones that I like. Black pepper. This is a big one. Would not recommend skipping this. It will give it a kick, but it really does bring out the flavor of these fries. A little bit of that. Ooh, garlic powder. This is one of my favorites to put onto fries because it gives it a little something something other than the traditional taste. So I go pretty heavy, but you don't have to do it. Of course, if you're not interested. I'm also gonna throw on a little oregano. We've been trying to do some oregano more into our recipes in our apartment just for health reasons. So I'm throwing some on there. Really just gonna blend all together. And then going in with some paprika. Paprika is another one of my favorite things to make potatoes with. My roommate in college actually told me about this, and since learning, I've never went back. It really just gives it this different taste that you probably have never really started or never really tried before, unless you make it at home. And it's just really good. It like makes them next level. So I love that. And then the last thing I'm throwing on there is some Italian seasoning. So this has basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and then sage. You don't have to go crazy on this, or you don't have to use it at all, but I just love to keep all the spices and seasonings in the loop when it comes to potatoes. So now, mix it all around. This is also a good way to get those spices in that are healthy for us. If you want to put turmeric on these, you can. You can add some rosemary. I actually have some rosemary, so I might do that. But you can literally make this like a really healthy way to get those spices in that are good for us. So keep that in mind. Make sure all of them get coated. Mine are gonna be on the spicier side, but if you guys don't like spicy or a little bit of a kick, just keep clear of the crushed red pepper and the black pepper. You can go a little bit lighter on. But make sure that they're all coated, like I said. You can spread them out, and they should look something like this before they're gonna go into the oven. Again, I'm popping mine into 400 degrees, and they're probably gonna bake for about 30 minutes. I would say. And my oven's actually ready, so I'm gonna toss them in. So excited for these guys. They might cook a little less, a little bit longer. It kind of just depends how thick you cut the potato. So please do keep that in mind. I'm gonna put 30 on for now, and I'll check it every few minutes. And then I'm actually gonna be doing another live video tonight. So I will show you the outcome of these fries then. But before I do log off, just know that everything's obviously gonna be linked, and it will be put up on my storefront after this live stream, so you could always go back and watch it. But yeah, a few other random things. The vest that I'm wearing today, which I don't need because it's beautiful here, is this guy. I am a big fan. Been wearing it pretty much every day. It's just like so easy to throw over anything. Kind of pulls together a quick little outfit, even though this is technically just comfort wear. And I've been loving it. I've been getting so many compliments, and yeah, probably gonna get like 10 other colors. So check those out. I also linked another one that's very similar, very cute, definitely similar in prices, but it's different style. So you might wanna look into that. And then of course, I always share the ring light that I'm using. So behind this beautiful display is my nice little ring light, and it holds up, it gives me some lighting, and just helps me out super. It works wonders for me because I'm short, and it's sometimes hard to get the angle perfect. And anyone else who's a content creator knows how difficult it is sometimes to get that perfect angle, the perfect positioning, so people can see perfectly. So it really is a game of going back and forth and making sense of things and trying things out. But that is one of my favorite ring lights, so definitely check that out. Super adjustable and super affordable. And Carrie, thanks for following. Happy to have you guys here. How about we hang tight for about 5 minutes, and we'll see if any progress is made. I'll give you a quick peek of what the potatoes look like in 5 minutes, and then I'll show you the final results tonight after I make something else. I'm gonna put my dishes away and chat in the meantime with you guys, but I am thinking that what I wanna do tonight, and I think it'll be really fun, is make a cauliflower sauce, which I have done before. This would be a little bit different though, because I have a fun plan in mind. So everyone might or might not know that there is something called like purple cauliflower, and it literally is purple. It's really cool. It's really good for you. And Trader Joe's sells like a pack that is tricolor cauliflower, because there's also other cauliflower colors as well. And I bought it, and I'm having an idea that we can make like a specific purple pasta sauce, which would be really fun. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you guys the bag. Yeah, here it is. So this is the bag. So it comes with the regular like white, yellowish, or just like cream, then the yellow cauliflower and purple. So I was thinking like if I pull the purple all out of here and use that could be really fun. And there's green in here too. Yeah, I didn't even realize there's green. So I think I'm gonna do something fun like that, like a healthy little recipe with a pasta that I feel like most people would like. Easy makeshift at home. So I'm gonna jump back on later. My point of this whole story is I'm gonna jump back onto live later, and I'm gonna make that with you guys. So I'll be able to show you the potatoes then if anyone wants to tune back in. Also, am I the only one who uses my foot to open things? Because I do it all the time. it's like such a bad habit, and then once you start, it's just like becomes a part of like how you open things in your kitchen. I don't know. I started that when I was a kid, and there's like no going back now. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, you can follow me on Health with a Crunch on Instagram, or you can follow me here on Amazon Live. Check out my storefront. Check out anything else that you guys are interested in. I post as much as I can about food, life, certain health products, and even some clothes. So kind of all over the place, but I have a fun time here, and I hope you guys do too. Before I head out, let's give it a quick peek. Definitely want to shake them around. They smell so good, and they're sizzling. Not much progress yet, but this is what they look like. Definitely shake them around, flip them a few times during the cooking process. And you'll know when they're done because you can poke a fork into it and it will be tender. And then when you bite into it, it won't be any hard. So yeah, enjoy, guys. I hope you like this recipe. Super quick, super easy, super fun. Thanks for tuning in, and we will chat later tonight. Bye.